A surge in Jacksonville's streets from Northwest Jacks to Arlington.
The search is on for the two people who shot this man in Arlington. This is a new picture of Charles McCormick Jr. given to Action News Jax by his family.
A random woman's home to hide and change clothes.
Okay, so what happened? So that you just saw them all
my house. They were in my house. I came out of the bathroom and they were in my house.
There are just a few people behind a lot of the crimes, and this is one of those examples.
Developing now, a father and son have been arrested in connection with a police shooting at an Arlington shopping center. 21-year-old Hakeem Robinson and his father, 49-year-old Abdul Robinson.
One of those wild criminals happens to be the focus of our vid today. What's up, gang? We've been dissecting the beef between ATK, Ace Top Killers, and KTA, Kill 'Em All. We did an extensive breakdown of the beef between the two dangerous gangs involving ATK, Yungeen Ace, and KTA, Julio Fulio. This is important because that beef led to the revenge hit that now has placed ATK head shooter Ksoo in the pen. But how badly did someone hurt Ksoo that he threw away his freedom and rising rap career to murk a man in broad daylight? You won't believe what the op did to warrant this retaliation. Let's get to it. Ksoo has been a savage in Jacksonville and has his street cred. He's known for being someone as disrespectful as the Chirac legend FBG Duck, RIP. He thrives off the street life and takes every opportunity to mock his ops that lost their lives.
Get out! Get out!
Controversial rap album cover is making its way around social media. The cover shows pictures of men who have been in Jacksonville. Local rapper Ksoo posted the picture.
When his homie and head honcho of ATK, Yungeen Ace, lost his bro and two friends and barely survived after being wet up 8 times in June 2018, he was already headstrong on revenge. This put Ksoo in savage mode and began the revenge cycle that found its way even closer to home for Ksoo's. KTA got cocky after celebrating Ace being hit up and went on to target and claim the life of Willie Addison, aka Boss Goon, on January 16, 2019. This was the tipping point that sent Ksoo on a rampage. Boss Goon was his brother who got deleted after his recent release from a 10-year sentence.
Doing 10 years, you know what I'm saying? My family brought me home real good, man. Came to pick me up in the Benz Sprinter. You know what I'm saying? The whole family was out there, so that was good.
The ops got Boss Goon after a performance at a birthday party at the Paradise Club. He was in a car with his father, brother, and 3 other relatives when they were ambushed and sprayed up. Everyone was hit, but Boss Goon unfortunately didn't make it. Rest his soul.
Addison was performing at the Paradise Gentlemen's Club Wednesday morning, just after 2 a.m. when this video was taken. Soon after, he was shot inside of a silver Chevy Tahoe, carrying 5 other people. Those 5 including Addison's father, brother, and friends.
This would further set Ksoo's plot for the get back in motion. Now, having nearly lost his close friend and comrade Ace, lost his brother Boss Goon, and got his father and relatives being hit up, Ksoo had all the ingredients for retaliation based on the street code, and that's exactly what he set out to do. Almost a year later, on January 15, 2020, Ksoo would get his revenge, but losing his life as a free man in the process. Rival rapper Charles McCormick, aka Lil Buck, made the mistake of putting out a track that was aimed at mocking the passing of Boss Goon not long after he was murked. Ksoo would interpret that as a sign that he either carried out the hit or had a hand to play in it. Ksoo would conspire with his pops and 2 others to ride for Lil Buck in retaliation for his brother Boss Goon. On the day the hit was carried out at an Arlington shopping plaza, it just so happened an officer was in seeing range of a man standing over Lil Buck and emptying the clip, putting an end to his life. At the time, officers were unaware that it was Ksoo. A number of witnesses would describe the scene, stating the shooter made his escape in a stolen gray Nissan Altima sedan. Ksoo would then find himself on a high-speed chase through the city with the cops hot on his trail. The car would crash at a residential neighborhood at 1200 block Townsend Boulevard. Him and 2 affiliates, Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner, would ditch the whip and make a run for it. They would split up, one taking a rifle and going west, and the other 2 heading the opposite direction. The 2 would take shelter inside a female's home, dragging her to the ground before she could alert authorities. She was in fear of her life, claiming the assailants tried to silence her, so she stopped fighting and went along with whatever they wanted. They would switch clothing with whatever they found in her husband's closet before seizing her phone. The two already coming face to face with a witness was even more sloppy, placing a call on her phone for someone to pick them up within hearing range of the woman. There are a couple things that led to Ksoo being arrested. The first was the tattoos of one of his accomplices that broke into the woman's home was visible. Upon a lineup of suspects based on her description, Dominique Barner would easily be identified and arrested for home invasion. He would foil Ksoo's attempt to get away when he was caught on the wire by a confidential informant bragging about the hit and how it went down. Loose lips sink ships, and Ksoo was about to drown.
One thing that happened here, police were able to make their case against Robinson because of a confidential informant who went in and was able to record Barner, who admitted to and implicated in the McCormick murder Robinson's father, and Leroy Whitaker, who we still do not have a photo of.
Barner laid it all out over the wire, stating himself as the driver, that they found Lil Buck's home and followed him to the plaza with intent to take him out. Worse yet, homie laid out the Fed's entire case like he was a top detective, painting the scene like Picasso. Barner could be heard saying a rifle was left in the vehicle, but upon searching, the cops got more than they bargained for. They found not only an AR-style rifle, but a handgun and a white t-shirt, both of which, when tested, had DNA and hair from Ksoo, linking him at the scene. Law enforcement got on the prowl, going to their trusty main tool for catching rappers lacking: social media.
Says social media accounts like these and rap videos are often monitored by investigators because they will give coded clues in feuds between gangs.
And sure enough, they found all the extra evidence they need. News stations were broadcasting all the findings to the case on his IG account, from pictures with firearms, a vid of a child singing his homie Ace song, Ksoo Homicide, a vid of Lil Buck rapping with the caption, "Bye bye," and a vid of him at the nail salon with the caption, "Kill a nigga, then go get my toes done." I kid you not, everything was out there on almost every news report. You'd think that after seeking revenge, getting it, and being lucky enough to escape, he'd lay low. But social media has become the place modern day gangsters go to brag about their body count. Unlucky for Ksoo, that move cost him dearly.
And we'll battle on your ass, bro. You better not play, and we'll catch you, boy.
Ksoo even reenacted the hit in a feature on Ace's song, ATK, where he spits the lyrics, "Oh shit, Ksoo steppin', 2 choppers in a 4-car, he ready, and 2 of his favorite felons." And "I fell in love with killing, I ain't think about getting married, at round times 2 and 3, and for you them choppers be yelling, I stepped on all them boy for you, I'll beat the in heaven." The lyrics reference Whitaker and Barner, and 2 of his favorite felons, and avenging his brother Boss Goon. "I stepped on all them boy for you, I'll beat that in heaven." The feds already had him in their sights, accumulating the evidence, but to put the icing on the cake, Barner was interviewed and he sang like Aretha Franklin, confirming that Ksoo was in fact the one that hopped out the whip, chased Lil Buck, and murked him with the pistol cops found in the vehicle, and confirmed that Ksoo carried out the hit as get back for Lil Buck making a song that dissed his fallen brother Boss Goon. The news outlet twisted the information to seem that Ksoo's father, Abdul Robinson Sr., was along on the hit, but Barner clarified that the person him and Whitaker called at the woman's house to come pick them up was Abdul. That's how he got tied in with Ksoo in the hit and being charged with accessory after the fact. Ksoo just wasn't meant to walk away from this one a free man. Everything worked against him. There was even a car cam on a vehicle in the area that caught the entire hit in 4K and house surveillance that shows Whitaker and Barner making their escape.
Showed you this surveillance video of the suspects running through a backyard last night at 5. This happened after they crashed a stolen getaway car.
Cops had everything to swoop in and charge Ksoo for the hit. All 4 accomplices faced the max punishment of life behind bars, the fate that so many from the hood fall to. The cycle of drilling just keeps turning. Somewhere out there, allies of Lil Buck are plotting their get back, and if they succeed, Ksoo's camp will return the favor. How will it end? No one knows. But ain't gonna be anything good for Ksoo given his current position. I'll keep an eye on things and keep the gang updated as always with the latest in his case. How you think the situation will unfold for Ksoo? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more dope content. I'm out.